hopping in.
Good evening, gamers. This is GreaverTV, and what a time to connect. Check this out, Yuri, with these big pipes right here. Of course, this is Bob versus SYF, and I'm taking a look at the score here. There's 4 minutes left on this map, and SYF is trailing by 1 point. It is 3-2 current. We've had the new map exhibition on, so we weren't able to jump in here for this game earlier. But check this action out. Of course, we are on Warmfront, and we're going to come on over and have a look at SYF defending mid.
I'm excited, and I am not in the game yet, so take it away.
That just says it all. SYF popping Bob quite early, Phalion, and something going down though. See, we've got a soldier up on this midpoint, providing some coverage. That soldier's gonna get shut down, I would imagine. Boom, rain, catch you up, son. 2 times cap on the middle point by the Bobs. Is that what they're meant to be called, the Bobs, or?
Probably just Bob. It stands for Band of Brothers.
Ah, Band of Brothers. I get it. B-A-N-N-E-D. Clever.
Get it? Because they're banned?
Yep, I get it. Anyway, so we're going to see a push on the second point right here. SYF trying to get positioning as Stera makes 100% Uber, but Rep finishing off Phalion. Rep does go down though, surely if it's a big loss for Bob. And of course the other scout is Bout, so that's a pretty good scout combo to have right there, No Mercy. I mean, how would you be feeling going up against those two? Little bit shaky?
Oh, terrifying. But these guys have got 3 or 4 scouts. It's definitely a strength in their lineup. But the challenge is, because they obviously don't get as much game time, having some late night players, that the well-planned and definitely organised strats from SYF are coming to the forefront as they're showing how well prepared they are on these maps that are a little less played, but are still maps that everyone should know, just maybe not as refined as the Grandlands.
Yeah, exactly, the Grandlands. And see Phalion going down there. SYF is getting cleaned up a little bit. Ferrisar going down as well, but Rad and Yuri down, and of course having a demo down is a big loss, but they do lose Rain at the arse end of that. There is, however, a 2 times cap on mid. Who is that? Someone will be going to stop them. But something shuts down Bout. He does get cleaned up at the end. But yet again, just putting a little bit of a pause in the push right here. And we come and see the medic. We've got Pokemaster on 40% Uber on the 4th point there. And Stera, pretty much, it's much of a muchness. They're actually practically even in building Ubers. They're about halfway there, so in about 20 seconds, we're going to see some Uber pushes right here. And what do you actually think about Warmfront?
I like it. I don't love it. I think it's probably one of the weaker maps in the pool, but I think it is definitely a great map for us to play. I think when we're looking for that sort of like, I prefer Granary, I prefer Badlands, but I think when you're looking for that 6th or 7th map to give you a good amount of variation in the competition, Warmfront definitely offers a lot more to the table than say Well does.
Here. Oh, that would have been so close.
Look where Ferrisar is holding.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's an awesome hold. He should stop jumping up and down. If they don't notice him, he could have some awesome fun up there.
I don't know about not noticing. He's got a bright green head.
Yes, he does. You mean? I don't know. You're talking in game. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
his unusual hat.
Yeah. Of course. Just checking. We know Ferrisar. But anyway, he demolishes Rad. I don't even know who Rad is. It's obviously an alias of some sort.
No, Rad is Rad. Hasn't been playing for a while, but back from the days of PG.
Yeah. I wondered actually seeing an IRC and stuff. And check this out. Ferrisar is chasing that soldier, but not getting enough damage in there. Look at this though. That combo getting caught to a degree. And Ferrisar might actually be able to finish that medic off. He is going to go after Pokemaster. And that second rocket, where was he sending that? Who was he aiming that at? I have no clue. Luckily, Phalion's here to go for the demo instead of the medic and get cleaned up by a soldier.
Nice true down there by Termo, aka Yuri. And that is going to pretty much defend this middle point. They've got 25% Uber ad. I don't think they're going to bother waiting.
Yeah, well,
Termo wants to go in. He's pushing it on the right. Pokey is taking a lot of damage, 90% now not healing. If they just wait for this Uber, they've got a sure win on their hands though.
Yeah,
but no, they lose their demo pre-Uber, and in my experience, Warmfront is one of those really slow sort of points to push, and without scout demo, soldiers really do feel like they're pushing very vainly, but turns out it was enough. Very nice work, the scouts coming in and mopping, and that's 4-2.
Yeah.
Oh no, rather, it's 3-2, and the timer ran out with 30 seconds left. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, but I mean, wow, I can't even...
Even Rep didn't notice.
Even Rep didn't notice. So SYF, as you said, obviously their strats were working out really good. Either Bob was having a Bob holiday, or which doesn't look like it was the case based on that. Or yeah, as you said, yeah, SYF really pulling out some strats. But the SYF lineup is looking really good. I mean, they already had a pretty good lineup when they came in this year. And of course they've got Ferrisar and that added to their lineup now, and someone else I think.
Yeah, these guys are the polar opposite teams. We've got Bob, the don't play a lot together, old names, everyone knows who they are, been playing for a while, clearly got a lot of talent and just as much ego to boot. And then on the other side, we've got SYF, who if you haven't been keeping up with things, you may not even know who they are, but these guys are the real deal. They've come from Div 3 up to Div 2, up to Div 1 at an astonishingly fast pace, super serious. They scrim a lot, they practice a lot, they take things very seriously, and the improvement really does show. They are absolutely a serious contender for the top teams. Maybe not quite so much as the everyone talks about Bob, Rewound, IM, but really in my eyes, these guys are right up there with those three teams.
More importantly, though, is what you just focused on is, these guys have the will to improve, and they really put that effort in, and they have some smart people on the team as well. And I think possibly that's the most important thing, is that they are constantly refining what they do. And it really shows in the way they've played. I mean, I remember playing them back when they were, Div 3 level, and then I remember all of a sudden they were at a Div 2 level, and they were just ruffle stomping everything in sight. And of course now, look at them up in Div 1, and I hear they're giving a few Div 1 teams quite a run for the money. How have you found SYF, in VR and stuff? Like, have you found their rise?
Yeah, they stomp us. They're way too coordinated. Yeah, they're maybe they suffer from a bit of predictability because they have their strats and they stick to them like a book. But when they do their maneuvers, their plans, their rollouts, they know what they're doing. They know what everyone does within that. And if someone puts a kink in it, it might turn south. But against VR, that usually doesn't happen, and they just like ruffle all over us.
Oh well, I actually did not expect that. So if anything, shout out to SYF, you're doing even better than I'd first thought. And Viaduct, this is going to be an interesting map because the DM powerhouses and, the ancient players on that Bob team, I think they're really going to come out to shine on this map, so this is going to be interesting. Of course, sniper-wise, you always expect some sniper action on this. They've got Failure. They've got Failure on SYF. Please let me finish that one. They've got Failure for SYF. And we have a choice of Bout and Sheep on Bob, who I've heard are pretty good snipers sometimes.
Yeah, they're okay.
Best in Australia sometimes. So yeah, we've got a really interesting combination there, obviously. And of course, the most deadly thing I've always found about the Bob lineup is that back in the day they had Antoine, now they've got Bout on Scout, but those two could swap out to Sniper, and Rep was quite fine running by himself on Scout, and I think that's probably on a map like Viaduct, they might actually be able to get away with having one Scout with Rep. I don't know, I might be wrong, but it'll be interesting.
Knowing the Bob guys, I haven't seen what they do on this map, but in my head I would assume that Sheep would stop playing primary soldier, which is what he switched to. Just play permanent 100% sniper. They'll just rely on Rad to play the passive primary soldier role, and they'll just let their scouts just go 2 scout, 1 sniper, and just have an absolute damn party.
As you say, there is a lot of really solid scouts on this Bob team, so on a map like this they can probably afford to do it, because Sheep is just obviously a crazy sniper. He's nutty.
Oh yeah.
But I'm actually...
And the thing is, it's always an interesting decision when teams decide, alright, we want a sniper, do we want to drop a soldier or a scout? And to be honest, I think it definitely is team dependent. I think if you've got the scouts that are good enough to do it, you're better off dropping a soldier, because scouts just... At the top of their game, a scout can just do so much more.
Oh, hard out, especially on Viaduct. Like, this map is, obviously a little bit different to your other ones, and I don't know, I think it's going to be really, really interesting to see what's going to happen here. I mean, I know I say this before every cast, but this one I legitimately am getting a little bit of tingly excitement, especially after seeing that 3-2 on Warmfront. So, we've got 6 players in the server. I don't see any good luck, have funds, but that could just be the teams in question. We are underway.
Don't want to get infracted.
Don't want to get infracted. This is true. Wow. Of course, I only just...
No, I'm looking forward to this game. But as much as I say that, and the 3-2 did surprise me, I would have expected a much less close game. This is DM, and if this isn't 4-0, I will be very impressed, and FYF deserve all the credit for not losing 4-0.
Absolutely. And Bob actually coming out on the arse end of this. Are they going to get the medic while they're there, though?
It is a good rollout. They decided to use Kritzkrieg, which I don't know if I agree with. Not saying it's wrong, it's risky. But the thing I really do like is choosing to run no sniper on rollout. Assuming... that's just cheeky.
Well, yeah, this is the times when chat would be nice. Like, I'd like to see a smiley bite. No, I wouldn't.
But SYF won the rollout, and they did that because they were really aggressive. They knew Sheep was running sniper, and they got, well, look, 5v6, we can win this. Sheep didn't get any big headshots off. Not that he missed, he just didn't have time to have them.
Yeah. Oh, the cleanup. The cleanup right there. Rad actually getting multiple low players with that. The soldier's going to jump and get its equalizer out, but Ferrisar is going to get licked. And yet again, Yuri, we all know what his damage output is like when he has a medic strapped to his back and a bunch of support players, so absolutely crazy damage output, and those pipes really show on Viaduct.
I do kind of feel like some of that failure there was partially due to the Kritzkrieg. It's so great on offense, but when you've got the defense, it can be quite difficult to find the right time to use a Kritzkrieg in attack, and there it showed, it just didn't quite work out well. As looks like we've got a pause just as Rad blows up the flying demo man. Yes, this is definitely a pause.
I don't know what the pause is. Oh, their medic crashed, so it looks like Stirrer is coming back.
Wow, a wild WM appears. His information is very effective.
That's definitely unfortunate for the guys from SYF. Hopefully they don't lose too much of a percentage.
Yeah.
With a 96-second advantage, obviously we can't tell. I can't infer that. That's like 2 Ubers.
Indeed it is. Maybe do some divination or something. Tell us what's going on. But yeah, I suppose we can kick back and talk shit and talk about the state of these teams. I mean, I'd actually like to hear your opinion, No Mercy, as a Div 1 scout, and of course, a high-ranking member of OzF. How do you think Bob is going to go with the spade box and IM thing? I mean, obviously Bout was talking a lot of shit in that Fred, and I mean, some shit talk, get everyone, excited and stuff. I actually like, and this is no thing on Bout or whatever. I mean, I know what an amazing player is, but honestly, it felt like a little bit like he was like clutching at straws almost, trying to create some drama that wasn't there. What's your opinion on it all?
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, we don't scrim a lot of these teams because as much as we hate to admit it, VR probably feel like we're more Div 1.5 at the moment. Like, we're not really at the same level as maybe the top teams, as it is unpaused here. But no, Bob are a real team, and in my mind, the contest is between Bob and IM, and I do think it'll be really close. And I think the underdog teams of Spadebox, SYF, and Rewound all do have legitimate chances. Like, anyone can win on any certain day, and scrims have gone both ways. But they are the 3 underdog teams, and when push comes to shove, I will be surprised if it's not IM or Bob. But I don't think it's out of the question. As for the other 3 teams in Div 1, I think we've got a little bit more work cut out of us after those 5. But look, no one is... we're all pretty strong teams, and there's a lot of experience among all of them at the moment.
Yeah, most definitely. I better record a demo here to get rid of us, but Bob getting pretty cleaned up there. Some good work by SYF, taking that point back with an early kill on rep. And of course, Sheep popping out for a headshot, but who was that soldier jumping around? That could only be the one and only Rain. And he was featured in a movie that came out not long ago, a jump movie. If any of you haven't seen it, check it out. Freedom by Delort. You can search for that on YouTube, or you can go check it out. It's up on EXTV. Amazing jump movie. Like, you hear of communities mixing together to do stuff, but that was actually amazing. I was intrigued the whole time. Lots of teamwork. Check that out. Anyway, as you can see, we have Sheep on the back left sniping, and Rain jumping in and finishing off rep up the top there.
Yeah, nice work there by Rain there. Whoever tricked him into stop wasting hours upon hours in jump maps and come and play real TF2, props to them.
Yeah, definitely.
So, looks like the Uber is being used here by Bob. It's not doing a lot. They're getting cap percentage. Soldier is in. Pokey is down. That's a nice reconvergence. I think Bob will get the cap, but yeah, losing the scout and the heavy there, Ferrisar, who's switched out into the primary role, is going to hurt the repush there. As I really feel like SYF should be reasserting now. They're just getting their respawn wave advantage. It's 6 versus 4. Medic isn't up. This should be a free cap if they don't botch it.
That scout's had to fall out. He took a lot of damage, but wow, Beast and something going down in quick succession. They do lose Yuri. But we see here Rain going for the big jump, but he's going to get cleaned up. Rek was going to take advantage of that. We knew this. And Ferrisar goes down on the point as well. And, of course, this lonely scout. So lonely. Catch you up, Phalion. But, I mean, Sheep and Rad did go down there, so... I don't know, like, SYF seem to be losing players at inopportune moments, but then you look at Bob and they're doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, SYF just needs to play a little bit more together. Strera survived there. He's on 95% crit screen. They're going to be using this. You can't just sit around and wait. In fact, I think Pokey knows they've got crit screen because he's nowhere to be seen. And yeah, if there's one thing that never spells good news, it's a crit screen against an Uber.
Yeah, most definitely. And, yep, Uber... Oh! Turbo and Bout went down first. It's not going to save many of the SYF players, but still... Oh my god, Sheep, the massive headshot. And Bob, I'd say... Oh, massive deny. Massive, and that soldier's going to go down, and they are going to lose Pokey. Nice work. Rain possibly, you know, pulling something out of his... just there, but... Wow. Yeah,
some really good solo efforts there. Sheep did a great solo effort to get 2 kills. The Kritzkrieg there had no license killing anyone and yet managed to get a double kill. And then right at the end when things looked all over and Bob were going to clean out, getting that last minute pick on Pokey.
Oh, Rep, I did not even see that pick, but Rep somehow got Stera. And that means Pokey is going to have a 35%, 40% Uber advantage. And they've lost Failure and they're going for Pokey, but nothing's happening. They're just losing players. They do get him eventually. Wow.
Turning on the heat is something, though. A nice double kill there before Boat takes him down.
Oh, no.
If this demo lives, this is the chance they need. But 2 scouts alive. Boat and Rhett definitely can converge on this together. And they will.
Yeah, with their crazy DM. I mean, we've got 1 scout here. Oh, what's going to happen here? It's a scout off.
Oh, nice work, Thalion. Taking down both of them.
Pat yourself on the back, son. You might have just saved your team. I mean, Bob's got some respawners in some good positions, and they're going to lose the scout, but that soldier's also in a good position. That soldier's going to go down as well. Scout gets cleaned up, failing, getting a bit of a W on right at the end there.
Yeah, he needed to live there, unfortunately, but he also needed to get the med. It was a tough sort of choice between the two.
Yeah.
30 seconds is a long time. 90% capped. All they need to do is breathe on it, and no one left alive.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Which way is this going to go? Is the meta gonna get it? Is the meta gonna get it? Oh well, this is what we come out to see, and Rape wins.
Yeah, nice try there by Strera. Did some good blocking last time as well, but first round does ultimately go to the Bob guys. Rep leading the scoreboard ahead of his medic. They're definitely saying something there about the game he's having.
Oh, Yuri getting smashed on this rollout. So much damage. He had a bit of a damage output, but he is so low. 1 left click there and he would have died. Pipes flying off his face. Soldiers coming in from above. He is low. He is surely going to go down. Someone finish him. Wow, and he actually manages to get failure in there. Nice work.
Both medics here. Medic is so low, but all the heavies over on Strera's team, he just can't heal them up fast enough as the scouts are coming in. I thought SYF were going to win that rollout.
Scout flank. Oh, Rep. We saw that coming.
It's not the pick he wanted though. As nice as killing a soldier is, the medic is 45 seconds of time wasted. So Strera was the one he was hoping to find, and now that Ferrisar is back alive, they're going to be pushing straight out onto this Uber vs Uber. They know Sheep's sniper, or at least I'm pretty sure they still know. As
Do they? Do they know? Really?
Oh wow! Just headshot both scouts just as you do casually.
Yeah. And maybe you can even headshot this bombing soldier. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen.
I don't like Rad's decision there.
Rad, yeah. Well, they
goes
just
into
lost 2
secondary
players.
mode, forgets he's the only soldier.
Yeah. Then again, Rad's a long time away.
Secondary at heart will always do what a secondary loves. Just talk to Bath about it.
Oh, I hear that.
But yeah, 35% Uber here for Strera. They're kind of putting themselves in a position that says, look, we bomb us if you want, maybe it'll work, which I don't know if I like. It's a little too risky.
No, he didn't get to left click. Oh, well, Beast J actually had that. He had a carpet of stickies, but he did not get to finish that click before he died.
That was a good suicide. Even though that suicide play there spectacularly failed there by SYF, They would made the right decision. They threw 4 players at it. They left the soldier to grind. And what's more is their players didn't just mindlessly go, look, we have to kill the medic. They're actually hunting Termo there because they thought he was low. Their DM totally failed themselves and it was embarrassingly bad. But the decision and how they executed it was really good. And if they keep doing that next time, even just getting that demo will be enough on the repush. As here, both Ubers coming in. Strers is out way sooner. Multi to the BZ, and Bob doesn't have to multi-Termo at all. Losing Rain way too early and Sheep starting to turn on the heat.
Poking his head out where it was not wanted. No medic on him. We're going to see Scout v Scout, and wow, Dread's going to go down. That's Beast J down. And look at this. Scout is going to go for the medic. Soldier's going to clean him up. But again, this superior DM, No Mercy, is really saving Bob's bacon, even when they're, even when they're making silly decisions. They're pulling them through.
Oh, they played that one well. They just kind of sat back. Let them doing what they want. I really like the way the soldier and demo are positioning themselves here. They're letting their scouts get creative on the left, poke and come back, so long as they're here when they need them. And are just playing on the right, sitting beneath their sniper, preventing him from ever really getting risked, despite how desperately Rain wants to kill him. This is awkward though. Pokey's on 95% Uber. He's going to get it up and he's going to Uber these scouts and they're going to kill everything, but that could have gone the other way, as the really fast Ubered, like Bob just basically leaking maybe 5 to 10 seconds there of Uber time as they weren't grinding at full speed.
Yeah, and this scout's going to get cleaned up. And Bout's going to come out of a house and try and stop this soldier up on the point there. Look at this, poor Rain. Not used to getting shot while he rocket jumps, obviously. He's probably used to having auto heal on or something. But that's going to be 2-0 in favour of Bob. Yet again, you called it 4-0, and we might be about to see that.
SYF are showing real good times though, as Drat doing a lot of work as the demo man for SYF. They need to be playing off that damage. I like what Ferrisar and Rain are doing as soldiers. They just I mean it's hard to criticize FYF. I feel like they're doing everything right. They just need to do it just that little bit better in the face of some of these Bob players.
Running into a Bob-shaped wall, and of course they've lost Rain there, and they took a lot of damage. I know Beast J didn't have much of a damage output on that mid. He got damaged so early, and we're going to have the soldier come from the top. He's not going to be able to do much, but there's this scout here. Nice positioning, but Ferrisar with a lovely rocket on him.
Crit Screeg online, 85% for Bob. Time to go. Go. No, they're going to waste that 10 seconds, and yeah, now things look really awkward for SYF.
Could be that awkward sticky though. It looks like they've called a crits actually.
Look, it costs you time, but there's always the other way to use crits. You just crits from long range, force the trade, or randomly kill Termo. But Pokey really should have. That's poor medicing. But now he's survived, they can grind this crit screeg up, knowing that it will be up before the next Uber. So a nice play there by SYF, deciding to use that sort of crit screeg without getting their med caught out. They just need to be grinding here. They're not grinding fast.
Yeah, and the scout holding down W. Who is that? That's something. Don't usually expect that out of him.
Rain with a clean rocket finishing him off as well.
Demolished.
It is worth noting here that Sheep has subbed out to Soldier, which is probably the deciding factor on the rollout. I like the decision. He was sniping great, but really not sniping well on rollouts. So acknowledging that and going to Soldier, maybe subbing back to Sniper next time he dies. Well, I guess we'll wait and see.
Yeah. And look at this bomb. It's a good bomb, but nice positioning there by Stera. I like the way he fell back in there. He must have actually been expecting that based on his positioning.
And it's a bit of a lazy bomb there. It's the kind of one that if you go in with 2 or 3 players, it can work great. If you go with him one, it won't.
Wow, and Rep is somewhere on next to no health, so they'll be keeping an eye out for him, but...
Med lived though, and that's what counts. Pokey is now on 30%, so these Ubers and Critters will come up at the same time,
and of course,
assuming full speed.
And now we have a crits defeat.
Exactly, which is going to be awkward. Pokey knows that he's... Look, they're going to throw players at him. He's not going to do anything to die.
How did that happen? Oh, that just turned to crap. That scout didn't even see Belt there. I might be wrong, but wow. That all turned to custard, and it's only Beast J left up, and he's hightailing it the hell out of there. Beast J is gone but look at that Beast J. He timed that perfectly. That can't have been a blind one. He waited. He got red.
Oh, he saw it. He'll be smirking a little bit inside it. It doesn't really make any difference. It just kind of pisses off.
Yeah, exactly. It makes it feel a little bit better, and this is good. I mean, in the face of people with such amazing DM, I can imagine any little thing like that would make, and not saying a Beast Jade doesn't have amazing DM, but I can imagine it would be, you know...
I'd love to see a 4-player suicide right here from SWF. Instead, they're going to do the opposite and get caught out in a bad position and all die. But that's a really good play by Bob. Huge props there. The decision to go aggro with an Uber, knowing or assuming your opponents are playing Kritzkrieg, is never a decision to be taken lightly. But they just saw the good positioning, a double scout Uber, really punishing stuff, and full credit for spotting basically the weakness in what SWF were doing and really punishing them there.
And yet again, there's so much experience in that team. And Valiant just about losing his head. Well. But even Bob's, you know, focusing and stuff like that, they've actually put in some awesome focus on some of these pushes. Mainly from their scouts, of course, but Sheep with a big headshot on Beast J there.
Ferrisar and Thalion really need to make a move here, and it's Uber disadvantage, play disadvantage. Oof,
how
walking.
do you get that?
That's Sheep for you. He did it at land, so I knew he wasn't rusty, but it's always impressive to watch. As a nice Uber there by Pokey, saving his own life on 10 odd HP. Definitely likes to live on the edge, he does, but
and Yuri,
or
the
more
king
than
of the
fine.
corrugated wall. Look at these crits coming in, none of them find anything. Overtime and 3-0. I'm gonna say it's a little bit odd watching a match with absolutely no MM1.
It's refreshing. As a very fast rollout here by Yuri. Not necessarily required. First headshot Sheep, back to Sniper on the rollout. I like that decision because in response to the last rollout, it looks like SWF were trying to play a bit more back foot, which really just played into the Sniper.
Yeah, that's played very well.
They are committing with the Kritzkrieg. You know, I've got to be honest, as much as I love Surprise Kritzkrieg, they're probably running Kritzkrieg, let's play around it rollout is never as impressive as the surpriser factor, so they definitely could be mixing things up more. I understand why they're doing it. They feel like it's the high variant strategy that's going to give them the edge here, especially when they're 3 down, but it hasn't been working too well. What isn't he doing?
Yeah, what isn't he doing? How is he still alive? Jumping around, but he got Thermo.
Oh, and they popped the Uber too. That is a big success. That is the all those failed, embarrassing suicides finally come to fruition with a great one there.
Yeah.
And they're gonna kill Pokey post Uber as well. Suddenly SYF are going, so hang on, was this a push or a suicide? Why are they all dead?
Pretty much, and of course they've still got Kritzkrieg. Where are these Bob players holding it? They're holding a wee way back. Something from behind though. Where is that? Is that a soldier in there? He's gonna get cleaned up, surely. Yeah, Rag goes down.
Ferrisar getting way too cheeky here. I think he needs to put on his sensible cap and go back to his medic.
Oh, Ferrisar, he must be getting excited. Oh, and they get Pokey. Yes, they do. They get Pokey with that crits. Nice work. And Bounce. He tries to come in and do some damage.
Yeah, very tidy stuff there. And that pretty much guarantees that for the next 45 seconds, all that SWF have to worry about is scouts and demo bombing them. Because they're not going to commit the medic into a push until they get the Uber. That doesn't mean they're safe. Termo, Boat, and Rep running at you is no mean feat. Yeah, but holding forward here, I think I like this decision to hold forward. Will play well into it. They let a scout leak, which is really bad. And Ferrisar is going to choke, and everyone is going to die.
Yeah, Rep has actually just cleaned up everything there. He has just demolished all of them. Wow.
And as much as I hate to say, that's a really good lesson in being patient with your rockets as a primary soldier, because you're caught out with 0 rockets and a scout ran through. Rep was clearly baiting his own teammates as well, and that's not the wrong decision. By getting just that one player leak, and caught with no rockets is more than enough to put a lot of pressure on a medic. And in fact, Rep just proved too good.
Yeah. And the other thing is, it'd only take you to get 2 or 3 kills on Rep, and you might almost get a little bit cocky.
No one wants him getting too excited. as the cap is going to be taken here by Pokey. Pokey taken down by something. That's
Nice.
just free value. They already have 20% Uber advantage. Now they won't even have to wait for their Uber. If Sheep is the one player here that could totally break this push though.
Hard.
But failing some clutch headshots, SYF should be retaking this any second.
Yeah, and the crits are up.
Oh, cheap death's not good. Yep. Rain really
Across the
needs to
point,
not
Scout
die
coming
here.
across, and they're gonna have to pop that crits.
You're not sure what force that crits there. That's very unfortunate. Obviously, the downside of crits is, as a medic, when you've got an Uber, you can use it offensively, or if you're in a real pinch, you can just go right click,
just
but
made the wrong choice.
doesn't
No,
work
he's
as
gonna get out.
crits. So yeah, how long have we got on the time? My HUD is horrible at measuring this stuff.
We have 123 left on the clock for Bob and 102 left on the clock for SYF. And of course, for those of you just joining us now, the score is currently 3-0 in favour of Bob. So I mean, this
So
is
even
probably going to go as
times-
the way you say, but I mean, yeah.
And with 120 left, they can afford that. That's really two crit screens, like two legitimate pushes if they don't get this one. So they can afford to take a few risks here. Losing Rain isn't going to help.
I'm actually
That's
surprised
really
he
the wrong
jumped with
time.
Two scouts underneath him, actually. That seemed a bit odd. But anyway, looks like we're going to get the crits from the side there. No, is even a crits. What's going on? They do get Sheep. Uber's being popped, though. Nothing really being done with it yet. No one's really got in there. Scout from behind. Scout on rep. They're going to clean that Scout up with no doubt back there. That's something. Control of the point, but they didn't get many SYF players. Pokey's on 16%. In fact, if they're able to keep their players up right now, SYF will be at an advantage, but they are leaking them like a proverbial sieve. And now they're going to lose their medic as well. This is unfortunate because now things are looking not so good for SYF.
Mission ends in 10 seconds.
And we have 5 seconds left on the clock now. You can see the final desperate... Oh, Sheep. Oh, Sheep. And that's going to be it, folks. That's going to be 4-0. So, yeah, big shout out to SYF. Honestly, they played an amazing game there, and Warmfront was just awesome to catch the end of that. What are your thoughts on this match, No Mercy? No Mercy, no talkie, apparently. Okay. Well, that's what happens.
I thought it was a really good game. I kind of had to block out for a little while, but yeah, there you go. No Mercy's back.
Are you sure? Ah, looks as though he dropped. It must have been net issues or something. Well, we're going to wrap that up there in just a second, folks, but shout out to SYF, really well done, and Bob, obviously, that experience shining through. Amazing players and some awesome plays on there. They were dominant on Viaduct, even when SYF used some amazing strats and some clutch plays. Bob able to push it back around, so it's good to see that those players have their skills haven't rusted. Anyway, this is GreaverTV. Of course, I am Greaver. And yeah, we're going to wrap it up right there. You'll be able to catch this on YouTube on GreaverTV, those of you watching this live. And yeah, have a good night, people. If you like what you've just seen, click on the links to check out more Team Fortress 2 coverage by GTV. Remember that you can help us promote Team Fortress 2 by subscribing and liking the videos.